Welcome everybody to the Movers and Shakers podcast. I'm your host, Texas 956 Dad. We're coming live from the studio with the LPZ Communications here in Edinburgh, guys. We got Peter Lopez.
Mike, test Mike.
You test your mic. And guys, we have a special guest. For those of y'all that follow me on TikTok, y'all have already seen him a couple of times, but I wanted you to meet him. Mr. Cesar Guerra.
Cesar Guerra. In the flesh.
Yes, sir. Hey, guys. So you know how we do with the podcast. All the podcasts are the same. It don't matter who sits in that chair. We do the 5 questions to start off the interview, and then we go.
Oh.
So, Mr. Cesar Guerra, if you could be an animal, any animal, what would you be?
Texas 956. No, an animal.
An animal.
Probably a lion.
I'll throw lion.
Feline. I mean, because if you think about it, they're predators. They stalk their prey. They're stealthy. They can climb a tree. I mean, they're vicious.
They're vicious.
Question number 2. If money or education were not an issue and you could be it tomorrow, what business would you start or what would you be? Anything in the world.
I'd be in the food industry.
Why food?
Because food, everybody needs food. Food makes the world go around, and why not enjoy something that you eat?
All day. Okay, third question. Now we got past the softball questions. Okay, so third question. Besides children, what is your proudest accomplishment?
Besides children, what is my proudest accomplishment? That I keep on trucking, keep on moving forward, based on, my parents, their sacrificing their things. That's my proudest accomplishment. I just keep on moving forward.
There's no right answer. It's just when you ask that question, like people that, like a Peter, he's a peacock, bro. He can't wait to tell you his proudest accomplishment. There's those people. There's people like my mom that I've asked that question, like, Mom, what's your proudest accomplishment? And when you're this person that doesn't have trophies or businesses or accolades, it's hard to answer that question. But my beautiful mother asked me, she's like, beating cancer, mijo.
You see, that's real.
Yep.
Like, I have 2 bachelors, and my parents wanted, all their kids to get a degree, something that they didn't have. They sacrificed a lot of things to put food on the table, this and that. But to me, that's not an accomplishment. I didn't walk my high school graduation. I was on my way to Detroit to go work construction. My dad was like, it's either construction or school. So I didn't walk my high school graduation. I was on my way to Detroit. Working construction was good money for an 18-year-old. But if you realize, Detroit has all the seasons. Texas is just hot all the time. You got summer and you got spring.
Sure.
That's it. But Detroit, it's cold. Like, by October, it's 15 degrees. So I'm wrapped like a lettuce working in construction. You got to wake up at 5 in the morning. It sucks. It's cold. You're shoveling, dirt, this and that. So I realized, you know what? Let's take advantage of an education. My parents are giving me their back and their support. Mm-hmm. But I messed around in college. I fucked up, but my parents never gave up on me. So that might be, something good for them that, one of their kids got a bachelor's. I ended up with 2 bachelors, mind you. But I don't think of that as a proud moment. Like me, I think of a proud moment like nobody might see it, but I've been open for 8 months and I've lost 60 pounds. I've nearly lost my marbles, but my greatest accomplishment just happened. I'm still here. I just closed earlier. That's my greatest accomplishment, you know, because I took a risk. I resigned from teaching. I took a pay cut. And you know what? And I'm still not, you know, in the green with the numbers and this and that, but I've been fortunate that my parents have had my back as to 110%. But when I sit back and you ask me that question, what's your greatest accomplishment? I'm like, I don't know, man. Many times I feel like I don't give myself enough credit. You know, I've sacrificed a lot as a dad. You know the sacrifices that you got to make, you know, and it's like I try to please everybody all the time. I just never did myself. That stove that's in my restaurant had been sitting in my garage for 15 years. It's been that long that this dream was in the making. When I bought that stove, I got it at an estate sale for like $500. That stove was like $7,000.
The one that cooks with the flame on top.
With that salamander, the one that goes on top, that itself is $2,000.
I love watching that. So yeah, he has the stove, and then on top, so it like broils it, right? Like with flame. I just love
Perfect
watching
for
the
the
flame.
steaks.
Yeah, it's perfect. So like, if you ask, I was blown away by that question because I honestly feel I haven't done it. I haven't done it on my own. When I get this business going, where it's profitable, that's gonna be my greatest accomplishment.
Love it. I love how you just said that though, because people won't catch it. The killers will. The killers will, but the other people won't catch it. And it's what you just said that when
When it
not
happens.
if. Not if. No. You don't doubt it.
I haven't gotten there. I'm 45 years old.
But there's no doubt either. Because if there was doubt, you'd be like, if I ever get there, no, the when.
When I get
When. It's just a matter of
I
time.
know I'm gonna get there.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But it's hard work, it's sacrifice, and if it was easy, everybody do it. And you know what? If it's not for the support from my mom, my dad, my sister, my brothers, this would not be possible. I would have already, closed. But you know what? They support me 110%. They know I got something good.
Mm-hmm.
You know I got something good.
I know exactly.
And it's right here on my wrist. It's just I know, and I'm training my people, and I got some good things, and it's nothing but good feedback that I get, and that's all that matters. The good feedback,
I definitely I am such a deep person the way I calculate a room. When I'm every little cue, it's because I feel people's energy, and the slightest little motion that people do, I pick up on. Oh, that makes them this kind of person. If they did that, like Donald Trump, for example, so awesome that he had that interview with that lady that went at him, and he's like, oh, this is the worst, whatever that moment. But deja eso. During that interaction, he reaches over and he gets her water bottle, bro, and he tightens the shit out of it. And then he puts it back like, I love that. That's such a gangster ass move, bro. To reach over to that reporter, like, oh, you want, here you go. Tighten the shit out of it. Have fun opening that. Know that. And which is great. I love that kind of energy. I don't know if it's presidential. That's a different story.
A lot of things aren't presidential about him,
But you look at these and you could tell you could tell who the person is. You could tell who the person is. So I love those little interactions. I love it. So fourth question is, when is the last time you cried?
shit, earlier with you.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's amazing.
What are you talking about? Where do you want to get at with you?
No,
I want to make you cry.
So these 5 questions I have been asking for years, right? it's not even I've done this with.
I didn't even know if this was a thing.
No, so the fourth question that I've been doing this for years, carnal. I've gotten every answer, every spectrum. I've done this with my parents, my friends, all my people, and we've had this moment. And the fourth question is, when's the last time you cried? I don't asking what's the last thing you cried of. I want to know when's the last time you cried, because it tells me who the person is in front of me. Like if I don't cry, bro. I'm not one to cry. Like I remember the last time I cried. I'll get the one like I've never cried. It just tells me who that person is, or But I know you, but that's I'm gonna give you a bonus question for that one. Now we're gonna take that one. That was,
No. I'll be straight up. Like these past 2 years, like I've gone through a lot. I got divorced about 2 years ago. But all good, I respect my ex and everything, and my kids are good with me, good with her. I mean, all good.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah. But shortly after that, I'm not going to get into detail, but I had a lot of problems. And to me, problems are my
Seasons.
kids. My kids. Those are my problems. And, bro, I lost it. Like, I broke down, and I was trying to be strong for my kids, trying to be, I had a business that was about to open up, this and that. I went to the doctor. I'm like, hey, doc, I can't do it no more. As much as I say, I'm not going to do them drugs or this and that, I need something. Give me something. And I did. I got something, but...
What do you give you?
Huh?
What do you give you?
Sertraline? Sertraline?
You should ask them for the good
It's
stuff.
like...
You should have asked him for the good. What's the good stuff, Peter?
I like the way he chimed in.
I
just
love
on the
it.
fun
I know.
part.
I love where his mind was.
I think it's Zoloft, they call it.
Zoloft.
But I'll tell you one thing. Where was I going towards? Okay, so the medication did not help with the anxiety. It helped me focus, but the palpitations, the cold sweats, I mean, that still happens. I cope with it with other ways, but I've cried so much, Michael. I've cried so much that I think I'll tell you, the realest that I've ever been. I cried so much. I got beat down so hard. Like, I mean, short of just fucking staring down, the barrel, this and that. I mean, never to that extreme, but to the point that I cried to God and I said, you know what, God, I give myself to you, and whatever you decide my day looks like tomorrow, I'm gonna trust that it's the path I gotta take, and you're gonna give me obstacles. You're gonna put obstacles in my way, this and that. And when I cried that time, it's been like the last time that I cried, because it was like the last. I mean, like everything was out. Like I couldn't cry no more. I was beat down. Like I was humbled. That's the word. I mean, bottom line, I was humbled. Like, you're not great. You're not the best. I mean, it's not gonna be this way. I mean, I don't know what it is, Michael. I mean, my brother has been a big part of this journey. He's a reborn Christian, and it's not about the religion. He's Christian, I'm Catholic, or this and that. He's like, bro, you just gotta understand that guy up there, he's the one.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one. And when you realize that he's the one,
Yep.
and that we are just, servants of him, you'll be humble. And you know what, Mike? I prayed a lot. I became really close to God, as far as just every morning I wake up, I pray. Every evening I go to bed, I pray. Un Padre Nuestro.
Probably the smartest thing you can say. Pray.
Pray.
Wisdom.
All day.
Ask for discernment.
Peter,
Ask for, you know.
my brother, the fisherman.
There we go.
When I realized what a fisherman was, and if I gotta put a face to it, my brother Victor, he's a fisherman. He's the one that said, "Hey, bro, you don't have to call me if you don't want to. When you're going through a hard time, this and that, pray. You can't deal with everything on your own. You gotta
Absolutely
pray.
not.
You gotta pray."
Exactly.
So that was a very, very hard question because I didn't want to get. It's very personal. You know, when's the last time I cried? I cry with you. I cried with you earlier when I got goosebumps at the business, and I mean,
But that's us, man. And
no, it. But Michael, it's those little things that tell me follow this guy. You know, when I went to the men of God, when I heard your brother, I didn't even know your brother was gonna be there. When I heard your brother speak about you, how you changed this and that, when you go up there, like people know you as Texas 956 Dad, but like when you got up on that stage and you talked, it was more powerful than that comedy show because there was like a lot more men and they were all just locked in on you. You know, so Peter, same thing. I mean, it's like this little, you know, combination, this and that. I'm like, how does Peter have, you know, the patience for all this and that? But, you know, I'm surrounded by people, you know. I'm being surrounded by people, and why am I not going to listen to him when I'm the one that, when I'm the one that said, you know what, God, from now on, I'm going to listen to you. And I mean, there's been a lot of things in these last few months that have been very moving in my life. But you know what? I'm happy now. I'm just, you know, I'm not successful yet, but we got to keep hustling, right?
Absolutely.
can I ask you a question that I'm really curious about? Like the moment after that, you're in charge and you give it to him. Have you had less anxiety after that? Has anything changed with that? Has that
Yeah.
helped you with that?
It helped me in the form that my faith grew. My faith grew. When I say, you know what, I'm not going to be irresponsible and not pay my bills and that. No, but you know what, like the serious problems, like, you know, the business, my parents getting older and this and that, like all these problems, like, you know what, I'm happy. I'm happy because I wake up and I'm thankful just to wake up and do it all over again.
Gratitude. Having gratitude. Waking up to wake up.
It's the better. You know what, Michael? It wasn't till after I was humble, and God will break you, and He will humble you, and He will
100%.
He will put obstacles in your way just to check your faith. And bro, I know it's late, and I've been working a lot, but I'm not. These are all the things that my brother talked to me that he showed me in this past 2 years. And you know what? He's a one because he himself has gone through a hard time. You know, and it's like we don't talk a lot. But because I know he's got his own problems. I got my own problems. We all got our own problems. Yeah, we always need that support. And I'm not saying you can't call. It's always welcome and we always talk, but you know, it's like Lil Wayne saying, I said it earlier, it's like when I hear his line, like, you know, we're all in the same picture, we're just in different poses. Just because somebody doesn't say that they're going through a hard time
Doesn't mean they're not.
that doesn't mean they're not. And
It's
you
part
know,
of human life.
and the guiltier ones are the males, the men, you know, because it's, oh, I'm macho, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm this and that. But you know what? I cried like a bitch this fucking year and a half, and it helps. It helps to cry. It does help to cry. It just sucks when you cry. I broke down in front of my kids, bro. In front of my kids. And I'm not embarrassed about it. But a man should not be crying in front of their kids.
Who made that up? A man should not be.
I'm thinking.
Who wrote that? Who made that up?
What will your dad tell you, Peter?
Cry in the shower.
Just because it's been a thing that, males are dominant.
Look
males
what
are
his
strong.
dad. What would tell Cesar what your dad would tell you?
To cry in the shower.
That's the only time that he was allowed to cry, in the shower. Can you imagine that shit? Like, that's how men were taught back in the day, man. And
That's
imagine
hard.
Peter's grandpa. Even worse, if that's a cold mother,
It's cold. I mean, but the thing about it is you cry in the shower, so you let your emotion out, right? You talk to God. But you're right. You don't want to pretty much bring it to the family because it kind of spills over and then they feel the anxiety. And they see like, oh, dad, and they're looking up to you like you're the hero and you're putting it to them. That's what I took from my dad. Like, hey, don't do it in front of your kids. Go cry in your shower, you know what I mean? Whether it's right, whether it's wrong, there's logic to it. I
You know
don't
what?
know.
I've been this past year.
Who knows?
It's been very hard.
Yes.
And you don't know what to say to your kid when you're going through hard.
No, you don't. It's tough. What do you
because-
say? We're all human.
You're his role model. Like
For
you're
sure.
supposed to be strong.
you're the guy. You're
the
his
guy,
Batman.
You're the
But
Batman.
you know
yeah.
what?
It's tough. Man.
You know what?
It's tough.
As a father, and as some of the problems that they went through, as they're going through right now, it's like I tell them, hey, it's okay to cry. Like it's okay to vent. It's okay. Like, here, look at me. I'm 45 years old, and I'm breaking down because life is hard.
Exactly.
Because life is hard. But you know what? It's only gonna get harder. And
100%.
and I'm trying to show my kids that it's not gonna be easy because I'm 45 and here I am. God has put me to test, and I'm going through all these obstacles. And you know what? I don't give a fuck, and I keep on going every motherfucking day because
All day.
If I
All
get the greatest gift
Praise
of
God.
God to wake up the next day, why am I not going to take advantage of that? But I cry in front of my kids to make a point that life is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be beautiful. But after every storm, there will be a light. I didn't write that, of course. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to know that
It's important, man.
I'm an adult. I'm 45 years old, and I don't have this shit realized. I mean, I don't have this shit figured out, and it's
Exactly. And that's the thing, like for Peter, for example, what he just said of him not going to do that to his kids and give them that anxiety. Well, imagine little Ryan, his son, man, he's my little homie. That's what he's going to learn. I cry in front of my kids, and not sad cry, like, I can't pay the light kind of shit, sad shit. I cry out of beauty, the beautiful moments. I could just tell them, articulate an interaction with a friend. Man, guys, what happened today was magical. Watching my TikToks earlier, right here in his office, I was crying. I just posted today a magical moment for me, and I'm watching it. And him and Tony are here, and they walk in the room, and I'm in tears. Watching my own goddamn TikTok, bro. My own TikTok. I'm not even watching. I already know what I said, but I'm still, and I'm in the moment.
Okay, so give me a minute before I lose my train of thought. I'm going to reverse.
Go
it.
ahead.
You sure?
Peter,
Yes. How about that? Damn dog.
how do you feel about that? How do you, or like, about your dad telling you, well, you only cry in the shower?
I think it was
That-
just
that made you-
I think at the end of the day, just wanted to prep me for going into business by myself. When you go into business by yourself, it's war. It's tough. It's lonely. You know what I mean? It's tough. You have a 90% failure rate. You already made it through almost half the year. Congratulations. You didn't fail. 90% of people don't make it to the first year. 85% of the people right now are breaking even or losing money in the first year.
Boy.
So when you have that in your mind, you're like, okay, well, it's just not me. You can kind of put some, okay, and you learn facts, you get around people that have facts, and then you say, okay, just go through it. You got to get to that process, right? Once you get to the first year, you have a higher, it goes down from 90 to 70, second year. And then from the third year, it goes down from 70 to 40. You know what I mean? So that's how the banks look at you as far as liabilities, and they see the numbers, they see the trends. So once you make it to the first year, the second year goes down. Third year, you're in the 40 percentile. You're below. So you have 60% of making it. 40% failure rate. Instead of an 80% failure rate. So, I mean, again, looking at that there, and then you don't want, I mean, we both have degrees, so we can go work for somebody, correct? And get paid the way you're getting paid.
Yeah,
But when you bet it on yourself, nobody's going to pay you. You have to ring the register every day. It's tough. It's hard.
it's hard. It's hard. But my dad retired at about 55, 56 from the union. He worked in
Yep.
construction up north. And my dad in 10 years, and this is facts, is like in 10 years I've made more money for myself, working for myself, than working my whole lifetime for somebody else.
100%.
All day, man. That's where the money's at.
For sure.
But it feels comfortable when you have a salary job
100% it does.
because
It's safe.
I was a teacher. I just resigned from teaching.
Yep.
And trust me, I miss my sick days more than anything. But
Yes.
I miss the kids. I love working with kids. But that salary job just
Yeah.
makes you comfortable that you don't want to go on a limb
base,
and try
yes.
something. And trust me, I'm not speaking out of my ass. Like, I don't even know if this is going to be successful yet. But you know what? I'm already there.
It's going to be successful.
Yeah.
I'm already there, so I just got to keep on playing with it. But it's hard. It's
Sure.
very hard going on a limb. And you know what? It's not for the faint heart. And you said it. It's a very lonely life because nobody wants to live that life because you're going to be tied up.
For sure.
So what's the failure rate?
80%.
80%. Okay. What is the number of the ones that didn't even fucking come up to bat?
100%.
100%. Yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I think somebody said it.
Those fucking people that see a Peter, a Cesar, and like, they want it, but they'll never fucking have the stones, bro, to actually go do it. Whatever that is. There's so many people that sit there in the sideline. At least the 80% swang for it. I have respect for that 80% because they live the dream. The other ones that are in the stands and just sit there, man, I wish I had the balls to swing for it. I have this idea. I have this passion. I have this gift. What was Brooklyn's finest or the worst thing of a man is wasted talent?
I don't know. It's far top of my head, but I mean,
Not bro.
Brooklyn's finest.
No. Which one is it? Whatever. The one with that kid that had the dad and he knew a guy.
I mean, you look at the sports, right? Michael Jordan had more missed shots than Kobe Bryant than makes. Babe Ruth had more strikeouts. A-Rod had more strikeouts than hits. So they had a PhD in in strikeouts and a master in in getting up and failure. Struck out a lot. And the most strikeouts ever.
Failure.
Well,
Okay.
setback. I mean, but they kept going, and nobody knows Kobe and Michael Jordan missing the shots. They just know them for hitting the shots. They kept shooting and kept shooting and kept shooting and kept shooting until they finally fucking made it.
Persistence.
Yeah, for sure.
Persistence.
Exactly.
Repetition, persistence. I mean, talking about Hall of Famers from baseball who strike out Babe Ruth, had the most home runs ever. Crazy. Yeah. I mean, so
Statistics. This guy's
these are just analytics.
And that's why I love Peter, bro. Like he's my the secrets to life, man. If I wish we could put a book together of all the knowledge that we've learned over the years and give it to a young child. Like, bro, you're 18 years old. Let me tell you some key piece of knowledge. Surround yourself with people that are better than you.
The unfortunate thing about young kids that they're like, oh, I don't got to listen to this old fart. They don't realize that you've lived life 20 more years than them and you've been through hard times.
Se aprende con consejos o a chingazos.
Yeah.
You can learn by my word. Hey, don't touch that. That's hot, bro.
Ready to.
Don't touch it. That's hot.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got oh, it's hot. There's two kinds of people.
Yep.
And that's fine. But us with knowledge, like best knowledge I could tell the little ones is surround yourself with good people, bro. It's not what you know, it's who you know. That's
boy
why I
Carlos
surround
Cancino
myself with
said
a Peter, bro. If I was to hang out with the same degenerates that those people that are still in the hood doing the stupid shit, and not with a Peter that can spit out these numbers and what he just did there, bro. Right? It's impressive. Like it's legit impressive. Once I met him, like I was so intrigued by this guy. It's because he thinks he's slick, bro, and I'm slick. So when I meet another slick person, right away I gotta
recognize
sell
one.
me exactly. But I not only do I recognize it,
I want to see if you back it up. Yeah.
I shut the fuck up. I want you to sell me. I want you to slither on close. I'm the weak little lamb there, like, oh, and I'm just listening and acting dumb and saying stupid shit, stupid, ignorant shit, just so they could get closer and like, oh, I'm smarter than this guy. I can run game on him. And that was the relationship we had at the beginning. But he ended up being a cool guy. He ended up being a phone call. And Peter was his friend. And Peter calls me one day. And he's like, hey, man. No, he inboxed me on TikTok. He inboxes me on TikTok. He's like, I would love to talk with you. I would love to do business. Or what did you say? Something around those lines.
It's pretty much said, hey, I like your videos. I would love to collab.
Yeah, collab. Yeah, that.
You're such a
But-
millennial.
But I'm right in that moment
It's
where,
the truth. I mean, it's
where,
like,
I'm working TikTok like to meet businesses to make money with. So hell yeah, I call him. Boom. Hey, what's up, man? We start talking. Peter's being Peter, bro. I'm so intrigued by this guy. Como está hablando y so
Una pinche
cocky, bro.
Perica.
Tiene perica el güey. That's why. And
No, but he knows this shit. Like look at the statistics. Like a little while ago.
And like I just told you, as a fan of people that I wanted to hear you sell me. Same thing. It was no different with Peter. And he starts going. He's about to pay me though. So I gotta court him too.
sure.
And then like I'm already seeing dollars, bro. No, I'm the biggest baddest. Y que esto de pinche Peter being Peter, bro. And then he tells me what he does. LPZ Communications, that he sells phone systems for businesses. I'm business in the box, and the whole time he's talking, pitching his business, I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, Peter, I can't work with you, bro. We can't do this. I'm like, because he said my best friend does the same thing, and I was like, that is true. One of my good friends does the same business. I'm like, I can't. That's my homie, bro. I cannot promote you, and that's my homie. I already had done a video for him. And I turned down his fucking money. And he told me, like, bro, that's cool. I like you.
You're an ethical person also?
All day. All day.
That's bad.
And I turned down his money for my friend, bro. That I like, just like that. And then from then he like, I just want to hang out with you, bro. I love hanging out with cool people that are on this level. I'm trying to be on a good vibe level. And we hung out. We went and go, and man, at first we would talk for like what, 2 weeks, a week?
Something like that, yeah.
And I was just so intrigued with this guy. Graduate on prom night, my son's gonna go to prom, and we went to go try him up for his tux, a whole family event. And I'm in the truck talking to Dan Peter, and he's amping me up, bro. With all your TikTok numbers, if all the people just gave you $1, 600,000, you could have $600,000. And I'm there like, oh shit. He's like, you need to sell this, you need to be this, and he's breathing life into me. He's breathing life into me, Carla.
Ain't that love? Ain't that love? Like somebody supporting you, pushing you.
And that's after I told him no to business. Just as a friend, spitting game at me, telling me everything he's learned from all the years as this successful businessman, as he's failed, I'm sure.
Plenty of times.
All the people that he's met, that he's at his level. His dad was a city manager for all of Edinburgh, bro. You know, how many people know him?
A lot.
So, and he's breathing life into me. I loved it. I loved it. So now that all this is organic, I called him to vent. I was like, this mother. And we're cruising around, and my phone dies, and he's like, "Bro, I have a charger there at the office." And we stop by this office, and he shows me all this podcast equipment. He's like, "Man, I've had this here the whole time, bro. I want to get this going." The whole time I wanted a podcast. People request, "I can't wait to see your podcast 956." And this guy has everything, including the people, the connects. Brad, that has worked on huge podcasts, set all this up. Hours that him and Jacob, right?
The coon, the Jew coon.
They set all this up, man. That's the day that we went into your restaurant. I took them there. People that come in, let's go to Guerra's. I'm working over here. Those young cats I took you last week, we're going to Guerra's. I
try to do the same thing. I try to take the people I know to the place.
no,
right?
for sure.
It's a
And if I'm going to pay somebody, why not pay him? You know what I mean? You're going to pay somebody anyway.
Mira, Mike, tomorrow's my day off. I'm off on Monday. You know what? It was a blessing. You know, you went live on Friday at Daniel's. And you know, tomorrow we're gonna be at Guerra, this and that, and you know, it was busy. You know, yesterday you brought the people, and then today again, a whole bunch of like people that unfamiliar people. I'm there every day. I know who are regulars or who comes in and who doesn't. And where the fuck was I going with this?
I actually was coming back from church.
That after a long day, after a long week, se me hizo bien tarde, we cooked till 2. My boy was cleaning till like 4. And then my mom came by, and then another buddy came by. And then at 6, you know, I wanted to, go home. I'm like, let me call Mike. Let me see what Mike's, what's going on with Mike. Because Mike is Mike. No, and now Peter's Peter, and those are my dudes.
Love it.
But honestly, I mean, aside from everything, it's just like, bro, like I said, that guy up there.
Has a plan.
There was a point in this past year and a half when you asked me when's the last time you cried. There was a point in there that I gave up on, I gave up on everything. Not that I was staring down the barrel of a gun or anything.
Sure.
No, but it's a fuck everyone.
It's a fuck everyone and fuck everything.
Everyone's already fucked me.
Everybody's already fucked me. Exactly.
Fuck everything.
But
it feels that way, Peter. Though it's a lot of people get in that dark spot.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like everybody's just like, well, what are you stressed about? I mean, every problem has a resolution and this and that. Why do you have anxiety?
Easier said than done.
Nobody, exactly. Nobody knows unless the person that's, bro. I was open for 3 months, 7 days a week. 7 days a week, new to the business. I was a zombie. I've lost fucking 65, 70 pounds to anxiety and stress. It's a real thing, and it fucking sucks.
It is real. 100%.
But that God, the guy up there, has helped me the most. Yeah, I'm on anxiety pills, and I'm on this and I'm on that. But more than anything, when I gave up and I said, you know what, fuck it. Just let me wake up tomorrow. I'm not going to ask for absolutely anything. Give my kids health. Let me wake up tomorrow, and I'm going to rerun it. I don't care if you beat me down. That's how bad I was. That's how bad I cried my eyeballs out last year. So right now, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like right now, it's like, bring it. Like, if I already lost 70 pounds, went through anxiety, and I'm on this and that, and I'm still fucking kicking, I feel great. It just motivates me. And when I see people when I meet people like you guys, that just fucking motivates me even more. Because you guys are hustlers. Peter's Peter. You're always fucking Peter's not another level.
Necio, mi Peter.
Es necio el vato, pero.
But I love my Peter.
Pero Peter's Peter because his dad told him, you know what? Fuck it. You can't cry. Go cry in the fucking shower. You're going to be a fucking man. And that's where I was going towards. Would you give that recommendation to your kid even though it's hard?
Right now, I would probably take what my dad told me and take the good of it, and then take what I've been to.
Well,
and be
you
like,
can't
hey, well,
pick
sure.
and
I mean,
choose because
oh,
some
yeah,
of
No,
these
real,
kids-
real simple. Would you tell Ryan?
Would you tell Ryan, you know, don't
13-year-old Ryan.
no, absolutely not. And I was told that at 24, not during.
So does that make him softer? Or does that make him stronger? Because you're
No.
a fucking bull. I mean, you're.
Well, I mean,
you're
I've
strong,
been
you're
I've been
focused.
through it all. I mean, you're telling me
guy's
like
a
I
killer,
haven't like
bro.
I haven't done it. Like I've been through fucking
Pero Peter-
hits, broken, nothing.
Exactly.
So I already been through all that. All that is part of the process.
So
And it's because I got around people that been through the same shit.
Exactly.
And that's why I learned, hey, you know what? This is part of the process. This is not. This is part of the.
It's not
manual.
just happening to me.
It's not just happening to me. It's happening to 80 other % of the people. Okay, I'm not just a fucking outcast. If they're going, I'm going. They might not say it, but I know the numbers show it. I'm on the business board. I can see the numbers. You can't lie to me, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, so
numbers speak for themselves.
So once you put
Exactly,
that in
all
your
day.
head, it gives you a little bit of ease. Like, oh, okay, hold on. I'm not dead in the water yet. It's not as bad as I think it is, right? So you just kind of refocus, and you get around people that already redone it.
You got to readjust,
Refocus, repivot, and then figure
refocus,
out.
repivot. Look at the numbers again,
And look at the numbers.
But that's the difference. That's the difference. You know, you don't just fucking give up. You got to look for other solutions. Look for different angles of the business. Talk to people. Know people.
Well, it's about getting around people. Like I learned mentors. Like mentors is a
Exactly.
big thing. That if I would go back to tell my young space, I would say invest in a mentor.
Exactly.
It's already done what you've done. It has the formula.
Exactly.
We can give that out.
Imagine if Peter was a Juanito that was bitter with life and he messed it up and told you, bro, don't even try it. In this economy, it's not even that. Why would you start a restaurant, location, and just feeding that bullshit?
Everything they can go be like.
Why
oh,
would you surround yourself with people like that? I don't get it. I don't have none of those friends in my circle. Even Erica annoys the shit out of me when she gets out of work and she'll put any negative. I'm like, why are you even taking it there? Fuck them.
Yeah.
You're right here thinking about them on your time off about work bullshit. Fuck that. They just called me last week, a friend. He's like, hey, man, how you been? Out of the show. Oh, yeah, you good. Hey, wait, you know what I can say about you? Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. He's like, no, for real. He's, hey, wait, neta, I don't give a fuck. Acá ando en un pinche viaje. I'm at this level. I'm around cool people. Why the fuck am I going to let your energy,
don't got
your
time for
fucking
that noise.
gossip,
Yeah.
the devil into my life? God has me up here, and you're over here. Whatever the fuck it is. Fuck you. Stay down there with the gossip. I don't even care, bro. I won't even give it a fucking audience.
My man.
Fuck them.
My man.
Fuck them. All those people that got something to say, they hate their fucking life.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
They
sure.
hate their fucking life.
They're just looking at you trying to pick at something.
All of them.
And that's fucking sad, honestly.
Bro, at the end of the night, this is how my night goes. Like, oh, I love you, boo-boo. Good night, baby. Those motherfuckers don't have that.
Yep.
Nobody wants to be around them. They're in an empty room just spreading fucking hate. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
Stay over there. You could keep watching, motherfucker. That's why every time they talk shit, I put a little sunglasses like, keep on watching. You keep on fucking hating, but you keep on watching, motherfucker. And I'm going to show you God's love through my bullshit and you hating me. And I'm still going to rub it in your face with my success because he already said, I'm on his time, bro. I'm on a path. Fuck you and your hate. All day.
Puta madre.
I love this.
Gossip's on the same in the Bible. Gossip. I saw a sermon. It was in the same category as murder and like gluttony. The horrible things can be associated with gossip.
But
It's
when
crazy.
you're a glutton, you're getting hurt physically. Like
No,
you're fucking
no,
up. But when you fuck with someone's energy
No, but I'm
and
saying,
their
like,
head, bro.
biblically, God sees gossip. That's how bad gossip is. He says, "Don't
Oh,
gossip."
Yeah,
It's a bad thing. It's destroyed countries, destroyed churches, destroyed families, destroyed. Think about people who come home in like they just say like the married wife and the husband that's working, and he comes home and the wife is just hearing things because she's with around other women that don't have married life.
My babe.
Yeah, and they just get they get polluted with people over here like gossiping, like, oh, well, he's doing this or like this, and they fuck up their minds. And the guy comes home, he doesn't know what the fuck he's coming home to. He's coming home to war because her mind's already prepped of gossip.
And you don't even know if it was true or not.
You don't even know because you're just going.
But even at that, like let's say what you say is exactly right. They like she's getting cheated on. Her guy's treating her like shit. He's like, where's my dinner? Where like giving her shit, and her friends that have good men around them sit around and they listen to that shit. Like, man, that's fucked up.
Yep.
And now they're in that man-hating energy, bro. And they come home to a Peter.
That's a whole different episode.
That's another. Yeah, we'll be here forever on that one.
We're just talking about how the impact of people around you can cause destruction.
All day. Who do you surround yourself?
Yeah,
with?
like if you put gossip, if they can
break
put gossip in your mind, you're going to be always thinking, like, what the fuck? They said this, they said that, because they put that in your mind. It's a seed that you got to purge out like cancer.
And you know what,
Quick.
Peter? You know what, Peter?
Quick.
Not a lot of people can. Not a lot of people have that shell. You know, ese callo that let it just bounce off of you. You know,
But-
that negative
but-
energy.
Just, it's not, I mean, it's...
I know it's not
just
healthy.
repetitive. No, you can use
But
fuck this.
you know who pays attention more to them? The ones that are all about that fake life on social media. And shit. You know, the ones that it matters to them. If you're doing your own shit and you're real, like, and you don't give a fuck, nobody makes you anything. Like,
No.
gives a fuck about what you fucking think about me.
They
You know
don't
what I'm
pay
saying?
your bills. They don't fucking live your life. They don't fucking...
But you know what? It's all the haters that fucking criticize you when they don't really realize how fucking hard you work.
Yeah, absolutely.
How hard you fucking work.
100%.
And you work a lot.
Yep.
Bro, you're in my business not every morning, but when you show up to my business before 8 in the morning,
Yep.
you know, you're there. Early bird gets the worm, and you got that mentality. Give me a quick breakfast and this and that. I got to go. I got to do this. I got to do that. That's the fucking mentality. Every day you got to go fucking out there and get it.
How are we going to give it to you?
Because, hey, you know what? Life ain't easy. And if you're broke, you're going to be broke if you don't do shit about it.
Exactly. You got to help yourself out, man. I'll help you out, but you got to help yourself at the same time, man. You got to help yourself.
Oh, my God.
Motherfucker. I'm OG, bro. I'm OG.
Where's Peter's Gatorade? Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's right there.
Zero.
Hey, so we haven't even gotten through the 5 questions yet.
Motherfucker, I'm like 18.
We got 5. We still got number 5. But you kind of already
Bro,
said
you went 1, 2, 3, 5, and then you
four,
went back to 4.
4 was crying. Trust me.
And
I've
what
been
is
asking.
5?
Okay, 5 is, but you kind of already answered. Other than your family, what makes you happy?
Other than my family, what makes me happy?
What can you do that just like
Check
that
this out. Check this out. Man, I'm not gonna get into detail, but
we could hear Peter peeing with these.
my brother asked me this question a few years ago when I was going through hard times, and he's like, "Hey, bro, who do you love?" And I'm like, "No, because I love my kids, I love my parents, I love my siblings, you know, my wife." And no. Who do you love? I'm like, I just fucking told you. He's like, who do you love? I'm like, is this a trick question?
What do you want me to say, bro?
And he's like, no, I'm not hearing what I should hear. You need to love yourself first. Because if you don't love yourself first, you're not going to be there, fully there for the support of whoever you really love. You got to be first good here and here. Compadre. Blew my mind like at 5 in the morning. I can remember what we were doing at that time. You know, when you asked me now, what was the question again? Repeat it.
What makes you happy?
What makes me happy? That I'm finally finding happiness in me, and that's portraying nothing but good things to my family. That makes me happy. Bro. That I am finally, and I'm not saying I'm the happiest, but look at me right now. After 2 years, this has been the happiest I've ever been. And I got a long journey to go. But finally, I can see things are clicking, and all I give thanks for is the same thing I keep on praying for every day. Just let me wake up to keep on trucking. I don't ask for anything anymore, though.
Just give me a chance to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Show
Okay,
up.
give me another day. Give me another day with my mom. Give me another day with my grandma.
Give me
man,
that day with my wife.
my abuelita, man.
Yeah.
She's the last one left of my grandparents.
And you know what, Mike? It's extremely hard. My parents couldn't go to school. They couldn't go to college, of course, because life was hard back then. You know, broke, putting food on the table, this and that. They always wanted their kids to get an education. They're proud of all of us. You know, my older brother got a technical degree. My other brother got a few years in community college. He just recently got his journeyman, you know, from Chrysler. They put him through school and everything. He got his journeyman license and all that. My sister, that's the one. I mean, she's the brain of the family. You know?
I met her that day.
Yeah, you did. And,
Sweetheart.
yeah, she is a sweetheart, and she deserves all those accolades. If somebody's gonna be proud of their accolades, it's her because she's worked hard for them. I don't give a shit about, you know, the degrees that I got and this and that. You know what my satisfaction is right now? And I know that this is the greatest satisfaction that my mom is getting right now. That she sees one of her kids putting to work all their sacrifices. She's like, hey, I'm not gonna fucking die till I get that meat market together and you're gonna fucking run it. So how do I give up, Mike? How do I give up?
To have as a father and put it all in your kids, and like that's your greatest accolade, and to see them doing it, oh my God, that's like her watching you. That is greatness.
real, dog.
Like, man, I have such peace when my mom dies. I hate the thought because I love that woman, but the day that she dies, man, Puro 956, I love you, Mom. She lived a great life, bro. We lived a great life. She found love. We got to do the things we love. She got to see her grandchildren. She got to see her children just be happy, bro. This hurt my mom watching me and telling me about her friends, telling her about me, and her like real excited. She's so proud of me, bro.
Beyond adversity, beyond the bad things and the good things, she never left you. She never lost hope in you.
My mom, always, bro. Always. All of our moms, y'all are, man, to be the motherfuckers in this room and to say that we have the moms that we do. Blessing, man. There's so many kids that reach out to me, broken people, and their moms are whatever. But like us, just to sit here and you got to live this life with no mames, with a mom que te quiere tanto. And it's like, ay, ¿cómo está, ma'am? I love your mom.
Yeah, but she's a fucking G. Like,
I love it. Love it. We're at a restaurant and he has his restaurant right there on Sugar. And they have the apartments in the back. And then we're going to go to Peter's. He's like, oh, yeah, my mom has some apartments over there. And I'm like, man, that's gangster, bro. Like, to have your mom own apartments. I didn't even.
But, and to my mom, it's just like, don't fucking sell it. Work it, multiply it, make it more.
Absolutely.
To my mom, that's like la rayas la madre. If you say, you know what, fuck it, I don't want to deal with it, I'm going to sell it. They worked so hard for that. Those are sacrifices they made for us. I'm still reaping,
From their work. From their tears.
From their sacrifices. So, Mike, I see my mom, 75 years old, and she's pulling weeds, and she's all, and I tell my customers, like, man, my mother, chingao, she's still fucking, they're like, hey, applaud her. I'm like, no, you don't get it. I applaud her because I don't think I'm going to make it that far and be working that hard. I'm pissed off because I want to cherish her for a little bit longer. And that's what you guys don't understand.
Yeah.
And I understand that people got to keep on moving. Older people, but you got to have a balance. And my mom is balls deep all the time. She doesn't half-ass shit.
And that's what you don't understand, Cesar. You're on fucking borrowed time. Your time with your mom, how you got to live it with a beautiful soul as your mother that protects you and cared for you and nurtured you, you're on borrowed time. A lot of people don't have. How old is your mom?
And you know what? And yeah, my mom is 49. She was born in 49. About 75, around there.
Carnal. And I love how she get beautiful.
But, hey, tiene un pinche corazón, vato. Chingón, vato, like you. Like you guys. Tiene un corazón chingón, but don't fuck her over.
Oh, exactly, bro.
Yeah, but
Don't take kindness
because
for
the
weakness.
famous word-
Never take
Because
kindness for weakness.
if she's got the shit that she's got, it's because she fucking worked for it.
For sure.
Nobody gonna fucking make a fool out of her, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, but my mom is beautiful. I love her. But that makes me happy that I'm trying to keep it going. And she's like, no, you got to keep on going. Fuck it. I know it's slow, but I got you. You got to keep on going. We're going to open up the meat market. So she motivated. Bro, she's 75. She's motivating me. Do you think I'm going to fucking give up on that? And when you said you surround yourself by people that are smart, you know, surround yourself by this guy. This guy is, you know, he's been around the business. He doesn't know everything,
No, I
but
don't.
you know what? He's a hustler. He don't give up, and he wakes up every day early, and he's hungry. Whether he made a killing the last day or he was broke the last day,
He's
he's
on
still
his way.
making a killing.
And it's
And
tough.
that's my mom. She's still hustling.
I think the famous quote I have is just, and I learned, is just show up. When you showed up, he took a video of you. Right?
Yeah.
Showing up. You don't know what the fuck's going to happen. You don't know how your day's going to change.
Exactly.
You don't know what can happen. But if you don't show up, you never know what could have happened.
That
You
is
show
such-
up. Just
that,
show up.
That would probably be the best advice, Peter.
That's
Fuck
powerful.
yeah,
Just
bro.
show up.
That is
Just
so
show up.
powerful, bro.
Just you don't know what happened when you show. He took a video with you showing
Mike,
up.
you invited me for the second time. The first time I couldn't make it to Harlingen because you didn't remind me, and I told you, like, I always forget everything. The second time, and I was like, all right, just remind me, and I'll go with you
To the emojis?
to the emojis.
Man of God, bro.
And I just showed up.
Just show up.
And I just showed up. And you
Change
know
your
what?
life.
I was like, what is this? Well, I know what it's about, but it's like, it got electrifying
Yes.
after a little bit.
Love it.
And the ride home, you mentioned earlier, the ride home, just the talking and everything is like, bro, you're reflecting on something as simple as just showing up. And I showed up for support for this guy.
Exactly.
But I learned more,
Yes.
you know? And it's like, that's
Powerful,
why.
man.
That's why.
And that's my job, carnal. When I have a deal with God, I sold my soul to him. And that day that I gave it to him, I told him, take me there. And I'll do it all in your name. So it's my job to bring you closer. I'm so happy I was an atheist and hated God, that I had anger towards God. Why'd you take my grandpa? I begged you, bro. I made all those promises, and my grandpa still fucking died. I had to watch the strongest man in my life after my dad was gone, but he was a pillar. My grandpa, the bad motherfucker that everybody sees on TikTok and around him, is my grandpa. He was so wise. Man, he was so wise. And I would sit there and listen to his consejos. And he would take me, mijito, take him with you in a little bag. You use him if you want to. And he was just so fucking wise, bro. And the day that God took him from me, I fucking hated God. And man, I would speak so vile of him. I couldn't wait to talk to a Christian. Oh yeah, you're God? And I would come in it with the bad motherfucker I am of talking shit, of being able to prove my point and play with your emotions and all of it. I used all of it and I one soul that I took away from church, Greg Alvarado, a little young soul that came into the ambulance that day, telling me how he was part of the gangs in Alamo, Little Mexico, but he found God. And I smugly, God, no, man, you don't understand. I'm in this path and God changed me. He saved me and now I'm an EMT. Bro, God? Really? A Virgin Mary? Really, bro? If they called you right now and told you that your cousin is pregnant, but she's a virgin, would you believe her? And he looked at me like, the problem that back then people were so naive. I can Google shit now. If you lie to me that these snake oil salesmen that pull up,
Fact check.
I can Google that shit now.
World information.
And that young mind, that young heart, that young soul, I took him to my side. The next day he shows up, he's like, I can't stop thinking of what we talked about yesterday. You're fucking right. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. And I was so proud. So proud. Like another one on my side. I got fucking. So now that I'm on this journey and I feel his love and I've gone through all that, I can't take nothing with me. I could just take more people. So by inviting you to church, come with me. Inviting Peter to church,
Yes.
all my people that come with me, just come with. I just want you to feel what I'm feeling. Just sit in this room of these emojis of just men, bro, that want to be better. Just want to be better. Like, you go to church. I just came from church on Sunday. Beautiful moment. Pastor Penny brought it from Journey Church. I love her. But I showed up with my kids. You got to look good, bro. It's church. Sunday, not the emojis. The emojis is just men. We just got out of work. It's a Monday night, and we're driving all the way to Harlingen. I pick up complete strangers, bro. I take complete strangers that I don't even know, and my family thinks I'm fucking crazy. But I know that maybe I could save them. Maybe. By me taking them, I plant that seed. They get around my energy, and I help affirm that God is real. God is real, and I want you to feel it. If it takes a man driving a complete stranger to pick you up so you can experience God's love, organic love, come with me.
Right. Yeah. And who does that?
See, that's the thing too. Is like when you get around people. Now you just can't get around people that have information that are good. You have to get around people that have good hearts. That actually want to do things from the heart. You just don't want to look at it just as monetary or how they can one up you or take advantage of you. There's a lot of people out there that have that part, but the heart part.
Yeah, nowadays everybody's out there just.
Yeah, but you got to get that and that. Not too many people have those pieces of the puzzle all together, you know, in their body. You got to get not just the people that will have the information, but the people that actually care about you succeeding also.
Mm-hmm.
That's big.
And the people that have the gift of being able to translate that, transmit that, you know, into people.
Exactly.
To be
Breathing
able
life
to
into
get
people.
to their mind, to be able to touch them.
And that's what I came to terms with, bro. I do have a gift.
Sure.
Absolutely.
The way I am able to, for you to feel me, I realized that.
I told you.
And this was before I told God, like for real, the whole time that I started TikTok, it was like, oh, I'm famous, bro. All they're watching me. They love being entertained. They're in my presence. But the moment it went from that to, it's on you, God, make me successful, totally different vibe. Totally, because now I don't even understand how I get to meet you.
He's good.
Okay.
How long have we been friends?
I think you pulled up to the business around March, about 2 months or 3 months after I opened up.
Simple question. Do you love me?
Oh, fuck yeah. For real.
Peter.
Yes.
How long have I known you, Carla?
Couple months.
Do you love me?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
I called you last night to watch your back.
I know all of y'all. I know that is my worth. Peter can open his bank account. He got millions. He's a successful
I
business.
don't. I can feed you. I don't have
I
any
know.
I'm a Jew. I don't have any money. I'm Jewish.
Man,
De volada se culió.
love it. Love it.
Se
Hey,
culió de volada.
hey, shout out to Eric Cáceres that paid for breakfast yesterday, bro.
He did.
That was amazing. I just met that guy on TikTok.
Yeah, he was.
Like, he came into the restaurant and he just had, and I went to go sit with him. And he tells me, he's like, man, you know what would be really cool if he had weenie with egg. I was like, bro, you know who this guy is? This is the same guy that I told him one day, hey, wait, I told my wife to get out of work because you had a special dish for her. She was having a shitty. Hey, I never even told you about that day.
I'm like, what is your wife like? He was like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Just make a special dish. I'm like, fuck, all right.
She was having such a shitty day.
That sucks. But that's how great of a husband you are. You try to cheer her up.
Yep.
But
Everybody's taking, ladies.
I already know that. Yeah, I gotta constantly be beating them away with her. Like, get the fuck get the fuck. No, but that day she was having a real shitty day at work.
Yeah.
And I was like, get out, come eat with me. Like, my job as your friend, as your husband, her husband, te saco de onda.
Yeah, man.
When people, exactly, way that if I could describe, like Peter dies today, and I had to remember Peter with one word, necio. Fucking necio, bro. Necio el vato.
He's not necio. He's
Appreciate
just Peter. Peter's on a
But that's what I
milligram.
love about
Peter's on a
Peter.
different milligram.
You won't even, like, people that don't operate at this level.
Peter's mom and you are me. They're on a different milligram. They're like 100 miles an hour. They're like, and I need to be like Peter and my mom.
And see, all you got to do is be in their presence.
That's why I'm here.
And him telling you numbers. And him to be like,
Who did I call at 5 o'clock in the afternoon at the end of my work week?
all day.
Number, and I don't even know how I signed up for this, honestly.
Hey, but
It was just part of the plan.
you know how honored.
God's plan.
Exactly. What you come in here, Cesar, for real, all the bullshit aside, and we'll edit this part out.
Yeah.
But as it's happening, man, you're saving motherfuckers, bro. By you, what you just said, all that beauty.
Testimony.
This is the best interaction. Carnal. This is what I've always wanted. If you told me in all my dream of this is having this moment with Peter and you as friends hanging out with, and they're all watching me. They wish they were blessed to be in this fucking room, one of the three, to get to sit and just out of the homeboyness way, like just being around a fucking friend.
Oh, it's chill as fuck.
Right.
It's real
People
chill.
that have the best interests for
Exactly.
you, not for us.
That wants
All
the
selfless.
I don't want anything from you.
Nothing.
I
Not a
want
dollar.
everything the best. What can I do to help you?
Yeah.
Serve
And
to
you
the-
have, and when I give it that way, you can't wait to help me.
Yeah.
And if we get into this mindset, let's just keep helping each other, bro. If we could create a network of all the good people,
And that's what we want to do.
fuck the bad people. Let them.
Purge them out.
What's
Just
wrong
get
with
like,
that? Yeah.
I'm on it. That's been my vision. That's been my vision to collect all the business owners, all the people, all the important people, and we give back to the people that don't have it. We inspire the little ones. We pay for their training, whatever it is, to build seeds of life to all the kids that don't have their fathers. I want to bring all of y'all together. That's my master plan, bro. While this all ends, I'm going to go do my comedy, and I'm going to get on stage, and people are just going to want to be around me, bro.
I knew there was a master plan. I just didn't know what it was. But I'm like, this
The
guy's
master
working on
plan?
something.
The master plan is to get everyone and just create a network of businesses, of good people, and we give back. We give back. Fuck the taking.
and I would say too is the businesses have to eat somewhere. They would choose to spend money with you.
Exactly.
As the people like I choose to spend money. I want to eat a burger. I want to eat something. Why don't I just go eat at your place so I can go give it to the guy I know? Someone give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
You're gonna give somebody something. They're gonna use. People are gonna use insurance. You're gonna use whatever. People use telecommunications, water, whatever you can offer. You're gonna have to buy. You're gonna have to give it to somebody. Why not give it to somebody that you want in the best interest? It's it's a trade off. It's a good energy. It's a good thing.
Do you know how many tacos you just sold, bro? You know how many plates you just sold in the last hour that you've been sitting in that chair? And people have just been watching and listening like, man, this guy's fucking, he's me.
Yeah.
He's me, man. I want to go taste this guy's food. I want to go sit at his table, bro. But by us telling our story and not go cry in the fucking shower,
Definitely. Definitely. It makes,
these
it
little
makes a difference. Yeah.
Exactly, man. They're listening. You think I like crying on TikTok? Honestly, as you two gentlemen have met me behind the scenes, and we're not. It's not hype. It's not for the camera. I want to ask you a serious question. Do I back down from people?
Nope.
Exactly. I don't give a fuck who you are, How was I being necio about that fucking bag of ice that night? I refused to. Fuck you. I'm not gonna do it. Just because you said I'm necio with it. I'll get in your fucking face. But I'll sit here and cry. I'll tell you how beautiful it felt to be around church
You're real, dog.
all day. Those tears, though, make it okay for the Peters that their dad told me cry in the fucking shower.
Yep.
And they see a real motherfucker that doesn't back down.
And that's what I was going towards when I was asking Peter, okay, let me reverse it. Let me ask you, like, would you give your son this consejo? Because it's a double-edged sword. I mean, it's got its pros and its cons. Its pros, it makes your kid stronger. It makes him fend for himself, and it makes him know that life ain't gonna fucking be easy.
Yep.
But on the bad part, it's like you're telling your kid, hey, nobody's got time for your shit. Like, nobody's
Which
gonna
is the
listen to
truth?
you. Huh?
Which is the fucking truth of life.
Not
Unless they have a
necessarily.
dad like you,
Well,
a dad like Peter, a dad like me.
there's always somebody there to listen. There's always somebody there to listen, whether you pick up the phone or not, or this and that. I mean, I want to. There is. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen when somebody's got their mindset. They don't give a fuck about hotlines and this and that. Like, if you can't pick up the phone and call a family member, that's fucked up. Like, you know,
But you get to the point where you're convinced that you have no value to anybody, and that you're a burden to
I
people.
mean, everybody's a special person. I mean, the odds of you being alive. I mean, just look at. I don't know what the statistics are. Peter, do you know?
800 billion to 1
Jesus Christ.
to be alive.
Get this guy on Family Feud or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
800 million to 1.
Billion to 1.
Look at the odds of being alive.
To be alive, to actually be born.
To be alive, to be actually born. And then, you know, to see things and this and that. I mean, it's. But unfortunately, well, I'm not going to get into it. No, I'm not going to get into politics. No, cut it out.
Okay. Hey, Cesar, can I ask you a question though? Both of you. Do you feel blessed to know me?
Yes.
I am extremely blessed. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
That fucks with me because I was gonna take my life. Anyway, I was so dark in a dark place. That's anxiety, those voices, the failures, and everything, and me fucking it up. I was gonna take my own life, bro. A few years ago,
I'm glad you did.
man,
We all are.
I was already set on my plan, bro. I knew exactly how I wanted to do it, where I wanted to do it. I started talking to Eric and my kids a certain way. It was just, I wanted to leave stories with
Kind
them.
of like a goodbye.
This is who your dad was, but I have to go. And I sat there. I'll never forget the talk I told my son, Michael, my little Michael. He's real handsome. I'm like, son, don't be the girl with the big tits. And he's like, what? I'm like, son, you're very handsome. You're the girl with the big tits. And if you're going to be that girl, you're going to be pretty, and that's all you have to offer people, that's fine. But you be a different person. But having that talk, as I sat there, knowing that in a couple of days, I would be hanging from a noose. I sat there in my morning. I just kept stalling it. I already had prepped everyone. I had talked to my mom. I had given little. So they would connect the dots later. And 2 people didn't answer my call. And I just wanted, let me leave another seed here. I was just putting closure. And 2 people didn't answer my call. And that's good. That's fine. Fuck 'em. And as I laid in my dark room, as my kids were in the other room, and I'm just getting like, come on, wait, fuck it. You keep fucking it up. You can't get it right, wait. Why can't you get your shit together? Man, your brothers are so successful. And you're such a fuck up, wait. And that voice. I got on my phone and I was just stalling, scrolling. It's the last of me. And I saw a reel of America's Got Talent. And there's this little girl, bro. This little fucking girl comes out and she's all homely looking, like nothing, no superstar. And she comes out, I'm Courtney. And the judges are like, oh, okay, hello, little girl. What are you going to do today? And everyone's like, oh, fuck, nobody. And she goes and sings Janis Joplin's. Janis Joplin. Hey there, look, bro. But no one expected shit from her. And when she hits the notes and the room's electric, and they're like, fuck, wow, amazing, fuck. And she's like, I kept replaying that video over and over and over, like 50 times. And I realized maybe I could wow them one more time. Maybe everyone sees this shit in me. Maybe I could wow them one more fucking time. Maybe I can make my mom proud of me. Maybe I can make my dad proud of me. And I planted that seed in this dark room. I went to the shower and I turned it up as cold as I could. I would listen to motivational speaking and all this shit. And I turned it out as cold as I could. And I looked in the mirror. I was like, you're a fuck up. Man, you're a fuck up. You keep fucking it up. You have fucked over people. You're a piece of shit. Fuck it. Now we're going to be better. Today starts a new guy, a new man, a new father, a new husband, a new friend. And as I pump myself up,
I'm here for you.
as I pump myself up in front of that mirror, you're a bad motherfucker, Way. You're a bad motherfucker. They're going to know you. You're going to make this better. Fuck it. Do the hard shit. And I got in that cold shower, as cold as it could go. And it was right around winter time. And I stood there and they're like, fuck. Oh, fuck. Fuck. And I calmed myself down. You got this, Way. You fucking got this. You're great. You're so great. And you're going to be great. Fuck it. You fell. But this is the chance we get back up. I got back out. That was the first accomplishment that I had done in a long time. Cold water. Cold water. That's the first positive in my life. After just keep dwelling on how bad and fuck up and piece of shit that I am. Cold water.
Shock the body.
Man, I'm on this energy. I'm on this energy. Like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Like, it's a mindset. It's a mindset. I'm already tired of being sad. I'm tired of being in the dark room. It's a fucking mindset. Get yourself the fuck out. And after I got that cold, I'm like, fuck yeah, kids, woo. Guys, let's go to the carnival. I had always been telling them about the day that we would all go to the carnival as a family and buy the fucking bracelets for all of us. And we're going to ride the rides together as a family, every fucking ride. But I'm terrified of carnival rides, bro. I'm terrified. The Ferris wheel, I'm clutching. I'm so scared. But fuck it. That's that fucking. I'm dead serious, bro. I'll do on the amusement parks, but fucking carnies, crackheads running a carnival safety test. Fuck that, bro.
You gotta love the carnies.
Hey, I've been telling the kids about this day the whole time that the day that we go to the carnival. And we're all gonna ride with bracelets, but they're like, "Dad, you're a coward, Dad. Remember you got into it? You're scared." On the first wheel, net that way. All three of my kids are there. And I'm clutching, like panicking, and they're rocking it. I'm like, "Stop your shit! Stop your shit!" But I'm like, "Fuck it, let's go."
Yes.
They knew I was terrified, and I was like, "Bunny, what ride are you scared of?" "Oh, I'm scared of the bridge one." My daughter's like, "I wanted to go, but I'm scared of the kamikaze." Today we're not fucking scared.
Today we're not scared.
Today we're not scared.
Yeah.
Those days we're depressed. Today we're not scared. They didn't know their dad was crying in the shower. I came out like a fucking. Let's go to the carnival, kids. Today's the day we get the fucking bracelets, like I've always told you we're gonna do, and I don't give a fuck, bro. Nothing's gonna stop me. Oh, and as we're going to the carnival, we're talking as a family. Just so chill. I still remember that conversation, everything that was said. But we get to the carnival, like, it's go time. And I told the guys, check it out. I'm going to have anxiety, so we need to work our way up to the rides. So I started off on the little one that you spin. Yeah. I have a pocket full of money, pocket full of cash, bro. We're going to have carnival day. And we're spinning on that shit. Like, okay, like I'm just dabbing my little toe, and I get up and get off the ride, and as we're going, a guy's like, "Hey, bro, you dropped your money." Oof. All my cash. All my cash. Any other day, I would have lost that money. I would have been another failure in my kids' eyes in that moment. But not that day.
It wasn't in cars that day.
That day, sir, oh, shit. Thank you, sir. Let's go. And I went from that ride to the next ride. And then I was like, fuck that. I want to go on the kamikaze. And I went, there's no fucking way, Dad. There's no, and I went on that ride by myself. The craziest ride you could get on in the carnival, apparently. And I went around and got off electric, and I showed my kids. They knew their dad was so scared. And him facing his fears, but they didn't know everything that was going on in my head. And that day, bro, was the best day, man. We all got in that carnival ride together as a family. I went to go pick up Erica, and we did that day like a family. And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that they're going to hear this and know that day that was special to them. They were so close to losing their father. But I will take that shit so they know that it's okay. That all of us go through it. Yep. We all have our dark days. We all have that days when we're like, fuck it, we have no value. I could have robbed all of y'all of me. Imagine that day, swinging my body. We wouldn't be sitting here. The interaction we had with Peter, all the beautiful people in my life that I impact with my tears in my heart. I could have robbed all of y'all if I believed that I had no value.
And look at the value. Look at the people that you impact every day, day in, day out.
I'm on another level. Yes. I'm so grateful for y'all. I never asked y'all for money. I don't even know what kind of money y'all roll with. I just appreciate y'all being my friend.
It was the day that you realized that you gave yourself to Christ.
All
that
day.
That was the day that you realized that, life has a meaning. Life is the greatest gift. You know what? Everybody goes through problems. It's just how fast you get up. You said earlier, I got up, I did this, I did that. Peter, businessman, he's been a businessman for a while. He knows it ain't easy, but what does Peter do? Peter gets up at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Show up the next day.
And just shows up the next day. And you know what? Go back to a drawing board. But Peter doesn't give up.
Can't give up.
It's not easy.
Fuck no.
I see how stressed this guy is. This guy
They're
gives
stressed.
me anxiety when he goes out for a taco. Like, I'm like,
Peter.
somebody get this man
Necio.
somebody get this man a taco like now.
No.
Necio,
Necio,
Peter.
But it's like, but Peter's like, no, don't make it, Mike. The early bird takes the worm, Mike. You gotta be up early. I gotta do this. I gotta take care of payroll, and I gotta go to the bank. And it's a daily struggle.
It's a daily struggle, man.
It's a daily struggle, but what do?
Show up.
You just show up.
You just never know. I mean, my biggest sales have been just showing up when the worst. Didn't even know it was gonna happen. It's the worst days. Like, what am I gonna hit? Oh, they didn't pass credit. Oh, they don't want to sign a 5-year contract. Oh, this and that. Oh, that. You're looking at your bills coming in. You're looking at what you have to pay. What you have your outbound, your engineers, your Bradleys, your wife, your kids.
Your Bradleys. Shout out to Brad. I love you, Brad. I love you.
I mean, but the thing about it is, just, you have to pay, right? I mean, so it's like a non-negotiable. You're like, what do I do?
Pero
And that's I take it as that's my part of the business. I want to bring the income in, multiply it. You take care of this part. So it's a lot of weight. So you got to produce. And when you don't, it's tough.
everybody suffers.
Everybody suffers. It's like everybody's a part of you, and you let them down. Not mentally, but
when
physically.
everybody's doing good, nobody worries.
Nobody
when everybody's
says
doing bad,
nothing.
where's Peter?
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
for sure. Nobody
Exactly.
tells you about the good times.
Okay,
It's-
but
I mean, let me tell you, hey, about the years, and I mean, it's tough, man.
my thing to y'all though is who gives a fuck about Peter though? Exactly. But who, like, he has to make payroll and all that shit. He's worrying about all them. But no one's worried about
Absolutely not.
Peter. It's on Peter to bring it. I don't give a fuck how you do it.
You just said it's on Peter to bring it.
Exactly.
And it's important for us. It's important for you to know that nobody's going to give you a handout. Nobody gives a
All
shit
day.
about
No
you.
one gives a
You
fuck.
got to
bro.
do you at the end of the day. And you got to provide for your family.
Figure
if
it
you're
the
a good
fuck
father.
out. Exactly.
If you're a good father.
If you want to live in your mom's house and live off her check and not be or own it, be that fucking guy. That's you. That's fine. I want to hang out with killers.
How many hours do you sleep?
Este way, no mames. He's necio at like 3 a.m. he's
Depends.
texting me.
If you're lucky, you get 4 hours.
5 hours sleep, yeah. 4.
If you're lucky, you get 4 or 5 hours.
How many friends do you have that you could text at 3 a.m? And not just like come pick me up kind of shit, but like, hey, wait, what are you doing? Wait,
If
no.
I text them at 3 a.m. now, van a andar bien pedos y bien pendejos. But like, if I'm gonna text somebody, like if I'm sober, like I called you like at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been calling you at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, wait.
You know, I called this guy earlier. You know, it's like
But you don't know, like,
it's different, Mike. It's different. Like I lost. No. Rephrase that. I didn't lose anything. I have a fuck ton of friends, and I have, todo con madre. Pero con este pedo del negocio, and he said it. You said a line, I don't remember, but you said you're going to be lonely.
Yep.
You're-
Very lonely. It's a very lonely journey.
It's a very lonely journey, Mike. It's
Yeah.
a very lonely journey. And not everybody's on board.
No.
My mom, a hustler. Oh, I love that woman. You say, I love that woman. She's a hustler. But nobody has those beliefs and that mentality. Like, fuck it. Every day is a gift. Every day you hustle and you know what, this and that. Unfortunately, we're moving in different times. And the people that really value it is the people that really, really struggled for their money. You know what I'm saying?
and that's my problem, Cesar. What you just said right there, everything, the values and everything. I had my son's friends over. They were there, and I invited my best friend. Hey, wait, let's spit game at these little fuckers. Let's mess with them. And he showed up, bro, for real. And he showed up with a 12-pack of Michelob and a 6-pack of Natural Lights. He like, these natties are for y'all. Y'all don't get to drink at our level. And they're like 16, 17, whatever. And I'm like, all net that way. And the little kid, I like tell my son, like, yeah, bro, if my friend wants to buy you a beer, if he's giving you a beer, you're going to drink a beer with my friend. That's my brother. And if he pulls up with a beer for you and he accepts you at his table, to have a beer with him, you're going to have a beer with that man. But when the other little boy wanted a beer, like, nah, fuck you. I'm not taking on responsibility. I don't know how you react. That's my boy. That's his Theo. That's my brother. That my best friend, the one you met that night, the mama, tripod, TNT. And I love having that. And then that other little boy, he's like, man, there's a lot of kids in our school. They're all woke and they're all soft.
Woke.
And my friend goes into a fucking rant. He's like, bro, that's a problem with y'all's generation. Y'all are soft and y'all don't know. Hey, wait. No, that's a problem with us.
No,
if there's not
we
bad
are the culprit. We are the culprit.
No, but my point being is, if we don't set the fucking example as killers, bro, as fucking men, as bad motherfuckers that don't take shit, you don't put your hands on a woman, like principles, like fucking standing on shit.
Yeah,
if we don't set the example as you were raised by a strong woman, if you don't set that example, not just on your own kids, but around them, around them, like, oh, that's a bad motherfucker, bro. If we're not doing our part to breathe life into other people, well, then you can't fucking complain that we have a soft ass kids.
Yeah.
You're not doing your part. Where the fuck are you?
But nowadays, you can't even, like, it's very sensitive, everything that goes on. Like, my dad didn't talk to us much, like, because he was always working. He was always being a man and providing for the family and everything. But it's like, my dad taught me many values, you know, in life. Just simple little one-liners that, not good, and I'm not going to get into detail, but I just, like I said, I reiterate, like, I see some of the kids that they don't respect their elders. They don't respect their parents. They think they have life figured out. They think that we're just talking out of our ass.
You better not do that shit in front of me. You do not disrespect an elder, a woman.
And I told my kids that, and I'm like, son, and you might, like, I know I'm not perfect, but I need you to understand this. Like, you need to get your head out your asshole and really understand, because I'm not going to be here forever. You have a dad, and he cares and he loves you. Just listen to what I say. Whether you do it or not, just keep it there. Let it resonate and don't forget it, because tomorrow I'm not going to be there. And my dad, thank God I still have my dad. I love that guy. My dad was the coolest dad, like I am to my kids. My mom was the one you feared.
Hey.
But my dad, he didn't have to spank you or anything. He looked at you and you knew fear. You know what I'm saying? But he was the coolest dad as far as a male. Like, you know, but my sister loves him too. But my dad was real, and bro, like, they don't have to say anything. You know, just listen to them, follow, lead by example, and you make them happy. I mean, we're uneasy as parents when, like the other day, like Friday night, I called my son, hey, where you at, son? I might need you to go work tomorrow. Well, I'm over here in Mission. At Mission at a party. Yeah. Mission where Sherry and Plantation in Calamare. I'm like, you're driving? You go, yeah. And I'm like, you sound kind of happy. Are you drinking? He's like, no, Dad, don't worry. Yeah, I'm always going to worry, but like, mijo, like, you know, you're barely starting your life. You got a gray head on your shoulders. You barely turned 18. Last thing you want is to fuck it up, you know, with worst case scenario, manslaughter, you kill somebody. Because that's what you got to think when you're drinking and driving. I'm going to kill somebody. Not, I'm going to get a DWI, let's see how I get out of it. No. Worst case scenario, I'm going to kill somebody. Mijito, don't do it. If you get drunk, call me. I'll get you a lift. You got the lift app, this and that. Dad, I'm good. Dad, I'm good. Es que no, mijito. I hear you. You sound too happy.
We know, fucker.
And we've been there.
I know,
I'm good.
How are you going to play this game on me? I've been playing this fucking game for years.
Exactly.
How are you going to run game on me?
Exactly. He's like, Dad, ya te dije. I'm like, bro, that's what I told my parents. Like, I'm good. Dije, mijito, thank God I've never been booked in 45 years. Thank God. You got a gray head on your shoulders. You're barely starting your future. Imagine you get booked or you kill somebody. You go to fucking jail for manslaughter. the bright future you had or that you didn't have because you were unsure if you wanted to go to college or not, I guarantee you if you fucking go to jail for manslaughter, you're going to fucking say,
all
I
done.
want to go to fucking school, this and that. But I don't want them to get there. But it's hard, Mike. It's hard.
It's because the young ones don't understand that life happens like that.
And
En
we were
una
there.
pendejada,
Yeah, we were
your
there.
whole life gone. You do, fuck you. You get in an argument with your girl, like, no, fuck you. And you're all drunk, and I'm going to drive home, and you're all mad, and you go kill somebody. You're not even, that little moment, those 5 minutes, you took somebody's brother. You took somebody's dad because of your own stupid shit.
You're a piece of shit.
You're a fucking
You're
piece
a
of
piece
shit.
of
You
shit.
selfish
killed and-
piece of
yeah,
shit.
You're a selfish piece of shit.
But you were drunk. And that's fine. You were drunk. But now you got to pay for that fucking consequence for the rest of your life, bro.
And everybody else around you has got to pay for that.
Exactly. Everyone has to see you
Especially
go.
if you're a father.
Everyone has to see you go down that flame. Everybody has to see, but because you want to be this person.